Fix a time and a place to meet, let's talk. That was the message to Mariano Rajoy from the new Catalan president Quim Torra from Berlin. And he answered with yes, on one condition. Hello, and welcome to Catalan News. Barely one day after being sworn in as Catalan president and even before having taken office, Quim Torra traveled to the German capital today to meet Carles Puigdemont. They both showed unity of action and a will to reinstate the deposed Catalan government. Meanwhile, in Madrid, President Mariano Rajoy displayed a similar amount of agreement with the main opposition party. His executive also announced that economic control over Catalonia will continue. Both sides, Rajoy and Torra, accepted a meeting, but Rajoy specified issues must be tackled within the law. In a minute, we'll get you the latest on Torra's first steps as president-elect, and on our show, we'll also travel in time. Quim Torra's first action after taking office will be appointing his ministers, but this could be reason for yet another clash of wills between Catalan and Spanish authorities. And it could even lead to the end of direct rule being delayed. Before this unfolds, though, Torra today made it clear that he wants Puigdemont to play a key role in the near future, despite having been barred from presidency.
Berlin. That's the city in which Quim Torra chose to spend his first full day as Catalan president-elect. The reason was clear, to show he is fully in tune with Carles Puigdemont, who is still in the city waiting for a decision on his extradition. In a joint conference by the two most recent presidents, Torra made it clear that his ultimate aim is to reinstate Puigdemont. Meanwhile, the deposed leader said that Torra will make his own decisions. The newly elected official also sent a clear message to the Spanish president, Mariano Rajoy.
President Rajoy, please, you fix a time and place. After taking office, first thing I will do will be to send a letter to President Rajoy asking so.
Before boarding the plane to Berlin, Torra gave an interview to Catalan Public Radio in which he said he intends to offer to reinstate all sacked ministers of the Puigdemont cabinet. Yet appointing officials in jail or abroad could mean direct rule of Catalonia continuing. This is what the Spanish government delegate in Catalonia said about Torra's plans, arguing that they could well be against Spanish law. The Catalan opposition parties took Torra to task today, with the Catalunya en Comú party, which aligns with neither the pro-independence or unionist camps, complaining about the Berlin trip.
Pedimos un gobierno fuerte y no un gobierno provisional, y un gobierno desde Cataluña y no un gobierno externalizado.
While the socialists registered parliamentary questions about Torra's trip, the CUP party also criticised his statements, but for other reasons. The far-left pro-independence party believes that the priority should not be a dialogue with Spain, but about self-determination. CUP's votes are essential for the government to be its majority in parliament.
The Spanish government reacted to Torra's offer. Its president, Mariano Rajoy, said yes to dialogue, but always within the Spanish framework. He met earlier today with the leader of the socialist opposition party, Pedro Sánchez, to tackle yesterday's election in parliament. They both agreed to keep economic control over Catalonia's finances. Madrid will monitor the Catalan administration's expenses monthly, as well as its debt limit. Rajoy and Sánchez also vowed to respond to any further push for independence and also to react in case Torra's cabinet attempts to set up alternative structures to the ones within Spain's framework. Also yesterday, the president-elect Torra pledged to work alongside Puigdemont and the other officials in exile and to set up an assembly of elected members towards independence. And still talking about the Spanish president. Mariano Rajoy will be the only EU leader not to attend a summit with the Western Balkan countries next Thursday. The reason is that Kosovo is one of the countries attending this meeting, and Spain does not recognize it as such. Yet the other 4 EU member states not accepting Kosovo as an independent country will be present at the summit in Sofia, Bulgaria. Madrid has always rejected recognizing this state since its parliament declared independence in 2008, on the grounds that this move was against international law. Yet independence movements such as the Catalan one might also have influenced Spain's position. And from Sofia, we travel to Scotland, where one of Puigdemont's cabinet members, Carles Puigdemont, attended a preliminary hearing over her extradition case. Today, the Scottish prosecution asked the Spanish judiciary for more information about the charges against her, which include rebellion and misuse of funds. The next hearing is to be held on June 12th, with the final one starting on July 30th. In the meantime, Puigdemont will stay free. but unable to leave the UK. Her lawyer, Amir Anwar, said that today's prosecution's petition is positive. In an interview with the Catalan news agency, he also spoke of officials incarcerated in Spain.
There has to be an unconditional demand for the release of all political prisoners and for getting rid of the charges of those in exiles. Because at the end of the day, we hope that we win the case for Clara Ponsati, but Clara has said to me that she loves her country, she loves Catalonia, she did her duty for the people of Catalonia, and she wants to come home.
Moving on, have you ever imagined what life was like 2,000 years ago? If so, you might be interested in a festival in Tarragona called Tarraco Viva. This town in southern Catalonia was amongst the most relevant in the whole Roman Empire 2 millennia ago, and with this event, its ancient splendor can once more be felt.
Traces of the Roman Empire can still be seen in almost all aspects of modern life, with ruins echoing the grandeur of this vast network throughout its fallen metropolis. But in few places does the Roman Empire come as alive as it does in Tarragona, with the Tarraco Viva Festival.
La història ens ajuda que el motor del pensament crític, la història ens ajuda a fer-ho, i per tant és un ingredient, jo crec que cultural de primer nivell.
Tarragona is in southern Catalonia. It's the oldest Roman settlement on the peninsula, once capital of the province of Hispania Tarraconensis, and bearing its original name of Tarraco, which in turn inspires the name of the festival. Running until the last Sunday in May, Tarraco Viva celebrates its 20th anniversary with almost 100 activities, involving more than 1,000 people. It's the perfect occasion to discover this unique town, where one can find a sprawling Roman amphitheater overlooking a crystalline Mediterranean Sea. This festival has been regarded as a central piece of the city's largest strategy to become once again a major city in the Mediterranean, and which will come full force when Tarragona hosts the Mediterranean Games next June.
Staying on culture, we take you to an exhibition on something more recent and a lot more bizarre. This is the new Barcelona exhibit on the influence of the occult, the mystic, and the weird on contemporary art. Held at the CCCB Cultural Space in central Barcelona, the exhibit is called Blacklight: Secret Traditions in Art since the 1950s. It deals with various traditions and practices and how they've interacted with this field of art for the last half a decade, including things like alchemy, secret societies, theosophy, Eastern philosophies, magic, the esoteric, and psychedelia. Featuring around 350 artists, from William S. Burroughs to Antoni Tapias, it deals with a variety of media and approaches these trends as a form of thinking. Catch it from tomorrow up until mid to late October and find new ways of approaching this art.
I penso que com metàfora de l'art és molt interessant la idea de que la imaginació o la intuïció és com una forma de coneixement, no?
Our show is coming to a close today, but not before showing you images of a festival which could only be held now, that is, in springtime. It's called Temps de Flors, or Flower Time, held every year in Girona, northern Catalonia, a city now covered in flowers of all kinds. Enjoy the beauty of the uncountable colors on display until next Sunday in Girona, and see you tomorrow.